I have always opined on this platform that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, and that everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. Nothing happens out of mere coincidence in politics. Last week, there was an audio recording which was leaked in this country. In that audio, a gentleman, allegedly Junet Mohamed, can be heard talking to another Somali guy. And from their conversation, they were planning a meeting with IEBC commissioners. That audio recording was not just leaked for the sake of it. It was intended to achieve a specific political objective. I paid very close attention to that audio, and I also paid very close attention to the surrounding around that audio. I'm not sure whether that audio is Junet Mohamed and whether the other guy is actually an IEBC official. For me, I just want to assume that the audio has been shared. I want you to pay close attention to the audio. Then I want us to do a critical analysis about that particular audio, what it was intended to achieve. Because that audio could have been real, or there's a possibility that the audio is a manipulation of voice to achieve an objective. Listen in very briefly.
That's my duty, Baba.
I know. I mean, police have to stand with.
Presa and close a minute, no?
Just about Mazuma.
Aha.
The Hasana Stazoma, the message limits of the new one.
This was my idea. You tell me thank you.
No, it was, but I've done implemented it. It was the idea.
It was wonderful.
Idea requires implementation.
And I had a like this again, meeting like in I think it went well. Maybe we should have more often something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Take a look.
Oh, fine.
Sorry, I'm not going to have necessarily doing I would start and I don't know what is the subject like in let me know because I am Melakala. Okay, I just take a look around.
No, that's the audio. We can't verify whether that's Junet Mohamed, and we also cannot deny whether that's not Junet Mohamed. That one I'll leave to you guys to decide. But for me, I want us to look at the content of that audio and what it was intended to achieve, whether it was authored by Junet Mohamed or whether it was authored by Kenya Kwanza, because in this country, everything is possible. But I noted certain things about that audio, and why sometimes I think the audio might not be Junet Mohamed. The first thing is the carelessness with which the audio is being handled. You know, Junet Mohamed calling IEBC commissioners to a meeting and mentioning each one of them by name, in my view, is something I don't think Junet Mohamed can do. That's being careless. And even the way the audio is recorded, it means it was on a speakerphone. And that's why you can hear the sound of the door. Someone is walking in, walking out. When you place such kind of phone calls, do you make it public so that even your spouses can hear, or anybody entering the room or leaving the room? And okay, I've been to Junet's place, but I don't think if you are at Junet's place, or wherever he can access. When you open the door, you'll hear the sound of the door. And when you close the door, you'll hear the sound of the door. The sound of the door is actually a hustler handling the door. So I want you to pay close attention here. Then you can clearly hear the sound of the door, someone opening the door and closing. And for me, that's carelessness. And I don't think the level of Junet, he can be in a room where when the door is opened like that, it makes such kind of a noise. And when the door is closed, it also make such kind of noise. The second thing here is the timing. You see, the timing right now is not the right time for Junet Mohamed to meet with the IEBC commissioners. Again, we have like 10 days by that time to elections. It's not possible to call all the 4 commissioners to a meeting and they will agree. Because it's called Chebukati. Chebukati is currently a busy man organizing the whole thing. Meeting Chebukati at this moment, I don't think it's going to be easy or was going to be possible. And in this audio, we are hearing Junet Mohamed, alleged Junet Mohamed, asking the guy is talking to ensure that the 3 other commissioners are also present. And you know, there's a time frame. So I don't think the timing right now is good. Even Junet Mohamed is a very busy man today in this country because he's so busy with the campaigns of Raila Odinga and even his own campaigns. So even if you look at the timing, is it possible that you can easily just place a phone call to another guy and the guy will easily just mobilize the 4 commissioners like that? So because of that, I even doubt whether all this is about Junet making the phone call. And again, the speaker, you can clearly hear the background. So it means if it was Junet trying to rig elections, then he placed his phone, put it on a speaker and talking. So I don't want to rule out the possibility that this audio is not Junet Mohamed. But I also don't want to rule out the possibility that it could actually be Junet Mohamed. But I don't want to get into that. I want us to focus on the objectives which it was intended to achieve, whether it was made by Junet Mohamed or someone else. But before we do that, in case you're watching the channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is now. Let us get back to the main issue. What was the objective of releasing this audio? My analysis will focus whether it was released by Junet Mohamed or by the opposing camp. Number one, in my view, is to discredit IEBC. You know, IEBC as currently constituted and the way they've been behaving, there's a possibility that most Kenyans will not have faith in IEBC delivering free, fair, and credible elections. On this channel alone, I've always asked Kenyans whether they have faith in IEBC. Majority always believe that IEBC cannot conduct a free, fair, and credible elections. So by leaking this information, and you allege that it's Junet Mohamed talking to another Somali guy to organize for a meeting, you are clearly discrediting IEBC. That IEBC is a body where the commissioners, you can just place a phone call to them in the morning, and by evening, all of them will be available. And again, if you look at it, it will give that view that IEBC is a team which is currently receiving phone calls and just to discuss on how they can meet to square things out. Because from the conversation, it is clear that the objective which is coming out is that the whole thing was about rigging, fixing certain things which are not in order. So for me, if you ask me, I don't think that IEBC can easily be called for a meeting and they'll attend. So someone is out to discredit IEBC further. Number two, I think it could also be a strategy to divert the attention of the country from the IEBC and the Venezuela projects. Remember last week but one, this country were subjected to a lot of drama about the 3 foreigners who are caught with the IEBC materials, suspicious IEBC materials. They were arrested. Then from nowhere, IBC, DCI started exchanging online. But before we knew, we saw the DCI, IBC addressing the media that they'll start working together. But if you followed that Venezuela saga, it was generally a rigging scheme in favor of William Samoei Arap Ruto and his team. Now, by now claiming that Junet Mohamed is also making a phone call to a Somali guy to organize a meeting, it means someone is out to try and divert attention of Kenyans from the meeting. I mean, from the Venezuela saga, which was preoccupying most of their time previously. So the truth of the matter is that someone is actually out to divert attention of Kenyans, rigging schemes which were being planned with the Venezuelans. So after that audio, Kenyans were expected to start discussing the new rigging scheme that Raila is now the one rigging, not Ruto. Number 3, in my view, I also tend to think that someone somewhere sat and figured out that the best way to drag Raila Odinga into this rigging scheme is simple. Get someone speak like Junet, talk to another Somali guy, plan to meet commissioners. You see, the truth of the matter is that when it comes to IEBC, Raila Odinga has always said that he wants free, fair, and credible elections. And they were piling pressure for IEBC to conduct elections. But now by dragging Raila Odinga, by dragging Junet Mohamed, it means you are linking Raila Odinga. I've always stated on this platform that there are certain politicians that whenever you see them, then you see their bosses. If you see Oscar Sudi, then you'll see William Ruto. Anytime you hear Oscar Sudi's talk and attack somebody, that's the thinking of Ruto. Junet Mohamed, another guy. For Kalonzo, here's this guy, Mutula Kilonzo Jr. For Musalia Mudavadi, Malala is now there. Previously, he had the guy is called Kabatesi guy. So by linking Junet Mohamed to IEBC rigging schemes, in quote, someone is trying to drag Raila Odinga into the IEBC mess. And number 4 is someone is out to incite Kenyans against IEBC. That's clear. That IEBC will not conduct free and fair elections. You know, they are meeting Raila Odinga. They don't even know whether they met or not. So basically, you incite Kenyans against IEBC. And lastly, it could be a strategy to lay the grounds to reject elections results. William Ruto and his team are already crafting a team for the petition. The team is working day and night. So one of the issues here is that you allege that Junet Mohamed is talking to someone on phone. Then that will form the ground to reject the results, because it will be easier, for example, to tell William Ruto's team that this election has been rigged. Junet Mohamed is trying to rig it. That Raila Odinga is now working with Uhuru Kenyatta. They are going to rig elections. So basically what you're doing, you are laying the ground to reject the results. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Thank you guys, please. And in case you're watching the channel for the first time, take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to make a request to you guys. Please click that thumbs up button now. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.